Well, good morning everybody. Here we are. We're fishing the Rorty again. I've decided to fish the fly in June. There's enough water to do it. I'm putting on one of my favourite flies. It's a tube fly and it's a Sir Richard with a lovely blue top to it, and look at that for bottom, red, orange and yellows, silver body, and then you've got the JC feathers, the red head, and that looks the bee's knees. So we're fishing 18-pound maxima, and I'm using really strong hooks today, so size 8 barbless, and we'll just do a uni knot on there. I'm fishing with my floating line. I've got my fly rod, 14-foot fly rod. It's a Hardy Grays, and with that I'm fishing 10 foot of sinking tippet to get down, and I've got a floating line for control. So that's the technique today. Now I'm here with my son Jared. You can see him fishing over there. He's just had a 3-pound brownie. It's just his second pool he's working, and just when I was videoing the cormorant that just caught an eel and swallowing it, I managed to see Jared was into a fish. So got a cormorant that's just caught an eel. He's just trying to swallow it. He just caught it here in the house pool. Brown trout. Jared's into a brown trout. Okay. You got a big brownie? Okay, I'm just going to finish this, Jared. I'll be on to you. This is something special. Look at that cormorant. Isn't that just lovely? Okay, hang on. This is magnificent, Jared. Hang on. Got a cormorant feeding on an eel here. He's just trying to get it down. Look. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. There he is. That's the setup today then. So we're going to be fishing this fly, and I'll show you how good it is in the water as well. Just click that there. So salmon are running. We've got a nice run of salmon at the moment. The big boys are still coming through. So we're hoping to get one on the fly now. I'd like to get my target is 40-pounder. No tall order, but that's my target today. So that's the fly, ladies and gentlemen. So you can see the fly there, and we're going to present it down this pool up here. So let's go and pick a nice pool to present that. Here we are with the Sir Richard. I'll just show you what it looks like in the water. So you've got, there's Mullet right next to it, look. I don't think Mullet would take that, but that's what she looks like in the water. Isn't that lovely? Just gliding through. And I'll do an underwater shot for you as well. Wait, Jack, wait. So, here we go. Right, let's have a look. We're recording now. Look, you've got your first fish on here. Okay, hold him in the water, hold him in the water. That's lovely, Jack. Right. Right, now, here we go. The river does the rest. Look, I'm doing nothing now. The river's doing the rest. So we just had a salmon follow, ladies and gentlemen, just here as I was bringing it up. The salmon followed that in. Oh, it's a mullet. We're in. We've got a mullet on. Do you want it, Jad? Do you want it? I haven't had a mullet for a long time. This could be fun. I'm going to loosen the drag off. Okay, do you want to take it or shall I take it?
You take it. Do you want me to underwater film it?
Yeah. Get the underwater camera housing on. Put your camera off now. And like, I knew there was a follow. I've never had a mullet take a spinner though. Do you see how well he took that? I got the take on vid as well. There you go. So this is a new species on the cam. Now it's about a 1.5 to 2 pound mullet. But I thought it was a sea trout or salmon that followed it. It turned out to be a mullet that was interested in this. That's it. Push it in. In fact, I'll get in and do it if you want to play it in. But you've got to keep it barber's hooks. So shall I do the videoing and you play it in? Keep in touch with him. Don't let him turn or you're losing. Okay, hold it there, hold it there. Do it this way.
You good? Is that your first mullet?
Yeah, first mullet here. Just hold him there. Right. There we go, there's the mullet. Lip hooked him. Just took it on the edge there. So we're going to get the hooks out.
Should we bring him on the edge?
Now, we've just caught a lovely mullet that came up and hit the spinner. And here he is. We're going to just take the hooks out. Right, this is just lipped hooks, so what we'll do is we'll take the hooks out with the forceps so we don't hurt ourselves, and basically I'm going to just take these hooks out. So where are we? Can you see that? It's just one on there. They're barbless. So, see how that came out? That came out. So it's in the net now. Now we'll just get this out of the net. Just hold that for me. See, a salmon could have hit that, Jared.
Yeah.
If you've got trout, mullet and pike wanting it, they like that blue one, don't they? Don't they like it? I've never had this before with a mullet. That was really rare. They were definitely up for it.
You still got the camera on.
I know. I'm just trying to make the film a bit funny, Jared. Right. Okay, hooks are out. So that's the mepps that we had it on. Let's just have a look at that. So that's the mepps 5 I had the salmon on. The mullet liked them as well, amazingly. It followed it the first time round, and then it took it the second. So well, I've got this beautiful mullet in the net now. We're going to just release it. It's recovering nicely. Let's have a look at him. He's probably about £1.5 pounds, 2 pounds, maybe £1.5 2 pounds. So it's a lovely fish. So we're going to go underwater with it in a second and just push that in there. Right, Jared, we all on? So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the mullet. Isn't he beautiful? He's not come out of the water at all. So I'm going to give Jared the net. So I turn the net around, Jared. You hold the net. And then what I'll do is I'll get upstream of him like this, so I don't kick any mud on him. He's got clean water going over his gills. And then we'll just gently release him. So to release him, we hold his tail like that. And we've got him on there. Keep him in the flow. Alright, don't take the net yet, Jack. Support him, because he'll kick off. I've hardly got him. hardly got him. So he wants to go. There he goes. How about that? That's stinky.
One.
What?
One all.
Do you see the technique though about you working the clock, being gentle with the retrieve, so gentle they come up gracefully and hit it. He hit it. Try to hit the first time round. That looks like a nice brown trout. Was that number 6?
Yeah.
Do you want me to land it for you?
Could do, yeah.
Tell you what, that's a stunner. I'd like to. Once we've landed it, we can do an underwater return if you like.
Yeah.
That's a fish of about 4 or 5 pounds, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Do you want me to get in and do the biz?
If you can.
Yeah? You're doing ever so well. That's 6 you've had.
6.
And it's not even, what, 20 past 4?
Yeah.
Are you catching them on the slacks or on the fast?
On the fast.
On the fast run. Okay. So what we'll do, we'll unhook it first. Barbless hooks or barbed?
It's got barb.
Right. Okay. That's a beauty. Micro barb, that's good. Now look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Just on the edge. Look at that. That'll come out okay. Nothing to her. That slipped out as good as a barbless. We'll get on the main flow first. So I'm just going to keep her there. She is a beauty. You've got an absolute beauty there. Absolute beauty. I mean, do you know what? That is a top fish. If you don't mind just holding the pole,
Yeah.
I'll get the, just if you can hold it, do you mind, let's say, hold it there. What I'm going to do, right, Paul's going to show us his rig, and he's going to show us how he's catching these beautiful brown trout. And I think simplicity is the name of the game, but let's find out exactly how he's doing it. So I'm going to pass some time over to you, Paul.
Right.
Talk us through. This camera's sound system is very light to avoid wind sound, so you have to speak up a little bit. But
Yes, well, as you can see on the, it's just a small, very small, sort of an Ardsley bomb, I suppose you'd call it.
that is delicate, isn't it?
It is very
In fact,
small.
you can't get much more delicate than that.
That is so small.
That's fantastic. And a couple of stoppers either side,
And that's it.
so you can adjust that when you want to.
Yeah.
And that's about the distance you like.
Yeah. That's
What pound line are you using?
£8,
£8, just in case you hit a barbel.
just in case.
You've got to be beefed up for it. Yeah, okay.
And
And
it's straight through to size 10, micro barbed.
I like the micro barbed idea. Yeah, it's delicate, and you can adjust the weight according to flow.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Okay.
And what about, tell us what your biggest barbel is on this, ever.
My biggest is £9.
So you're almost close to that 10.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had some lovely barbel on the fly rod, and you know, obviously they've been 7s or 8s,
It's
but they're,
just
yeah,
being here on the Avon.
Yeah. I'll totally agree.
So,
It's a bonus if you hit a double, isn't it?
oh, it is.
Yeah.
It is.
That's a good attitude to have. A lot of guys are specimen hunters. They want to go for their doubles, but
No,
you're happy as long as you're catching.
as long as I'm catching, I'm not worried.
I'd say, ladies and gentlemen, you see, you've got a very happy angler here, Paul.
Yeah.
Shares my name as well, so good luck to you, Paul. So just show us how you prepare your bait. What we got? Is it a bread punch?
It's a bread punch.
Bread punch in there.
It's just peel off one disc.
So how many discs did you make then?
I'll punch out 10 at a time
You
and
punch out 10 at a time.
leave them in the...
So you got to do that then. Do you stack up 10 loaves of 10 slices then to do that?
No,
Or what? How
it's
do you,
one slice and keep punching out.
let's have a look. Oh, it's one slice. Keep punching out. But
Yeah,
looks like a gun's hit that, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look, okay, shooting for the skies there. Look,
and that's it.
and then you eat the crust yourself at the end.
Crust goes in.
That's a clever little technique, actually. Is this a little punch and you get there to any
Little
tackle
punch,
shop, can you?
Any tackle shop.
Nice.
That one, no makes that. I haven't got a clue.
Yeah.
Right.
And then show us how you hook it up. Then let's see.
It's just
Let's see. So once you punched it out, one disc normally will do the biz.
2 discs or 1 disc. It don't.
Okay, so you got
And just the hook through the middle of the disc,
very clever,
and so it's
nicely presented.
on there, and then that'll fluff up to a ball.
Ah.
So once it's been in the water for 5 minutes, that'll be a ball of bread.
Invitation.
Yeah, rather than
Dinner is
a
served.
practice.
Isn't that clever, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it?
Yeah.
We live and learn, don't we? So next time I'm out fishing, I should try that.
Yeah, why
Yeah,
not?
if I'm targeting the coarse fish, I'll definitely give that a shot. Having said that, you're targeting the coarse fish and you're hitting the game fish.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Well, thanks.
It's all fishing.
Thanks for sharing, Paul.
That's it.
Well, Paul, tell us, how long have you been fishing the Royalty now?
7 years
7 years. And in those 7 years, what's been your best day so far?
today.
So you've had how many brown trout?
6
6 brown trout.
brown trout.
You're doing really well. I mean, if you carry on, what time are you finishing tonight?
About another half hour.
So another half an hour. Time for one more.
Time for one.
I would say that
Yeah.
7 would be excellent, wouldn't it? I mean,
It would be.
6 is perfect, but if
Yeah,
you get a
yeah,
7th,
yeah,
fantastic. Those brown trout are in good condition as well.
They are absolutely fantastic.
And that one that went back there didn't look, it looked like it was in perfect condition.
Absolutely perfect.
And that was so willing to get out of that net.
Yeah.
You, man, you recovered it well.
Yeah.
So, excellent. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
No problem.
Appreciate it.
No problem.
It's okay. It's okay. It's okay.
That one's a boy.
They're all steers, but they've all been done.
Oh, okay.
So they hopefully have less aggression. But they will follow us because they think they've got some food. Guess what I saw here the other day?
What?
2 stunning kingfishers together.
Did you get on video?
No, but I know where they are. If we do have, where's the other you got the camera, yeah? Stand by, because if we do get the kingfishers, it'll be nice. And we've got these lovely cows, steers that are in here. Very friendly, inquisitive. I think we've got food, but it's okay. We haven't got any food. Sad to say, no food. There's a lovely gully through here. Deep, deep, deep gully. Salmon line. It's got salmon written all over it. Really has. It looks very, very good. I fancy a Devon minnow, bouncing a Devon through here and putting a flying sea through here. So we'll start with the mepps. Just fishing just down from Edward's pool, where the 2 rivers meet here, and just seeing whether we can pull a fish out of this deep hole. There might be one down there. Just upstreaming the mepps 5, let it sink patiently. It's a deep hole, deep gully. Let it sink, let it sink, and then letting the river work round on the curve. That's what I'm doing. That's like curve fishing. It's a very deep hole. It's a very, very deep hole. I'm getting down low, and it's flickering beautifully in the sun. So that's all good. Just let that go down, nice and low, nice and deep. It's working beautifully. Just getting down low and flickering nicely. So let's try curve. Jack, can you pass me a flying sea? That. Fish on, fish on. What have we got? Not sure. I'm not sure. It's a fish on though. It's big. It's a salmon, I think. I think so. Yep. Hang on. No, it's a pike. It's quite a good one as well. Not bad. Yep, underwater camera. It looks like a pike to me. Oh yes, it's a pike. I've got it here, yeah. So, oh, he's jumping. He's jumping, Jared. He's ahead of us now. He's just cruising off. Up the weed, look, there he goes. He's powering, he's powering, he's powering. He's come back towards us now.
I'm gonna bring him over here.
He's coming towards me. Wow, just look at that for action. We don't need to net him, Jad. We don't want to net him.
You don't want to net?
It's barbless hooks, so I can take him out. But what I'd like is, I'd like to get the underwater camera going. If you can. So if you pass me the camera, Jad, you can do the underwater footage. This could be very interesting. Do you know how to do this?
Yeah, usually.
I'll bring him up here, so there you go. There he is. I thought it was a salmon to start with. I really did think it was a salmon. There he is. Oh. Okay, now. I'm going to bring him round. Here he comes. I've got to be careful because... Oh. There you go, ladies and gentlemen, there he is. Beautiful, beautiful Avon pike. About £5 or £6 maybe? Give me £5 for that?
Yeah.
What do you think? Right, let's get the hooks out. Now we'll do this really carefully. So we can switch that off now, Joe. Now we've got the forceps, so what we've got to do...
Grab him by the heel.
Okay. No, he's still quite an active fish, Jad. Right, here we go. Now, we've got to just take him round. And I can see the... You hold the rod. Okay, here we go. Now, take him from the back. That's it, we've got him. Now, it's a forceps jobby, I think.
Have you got this forceps?
Yeah, it's a forceps jobby. We'll keep him in the water. I've got the forceps with me. And now, if we do take him up under the chin, so what you do is you put your under the chin without touching the gill plates. Hold him up. It should open up for us. Forceps are here. And now we're going to go in, and then we're going to extract these hooks carefully. They're barbless. You can see where he's hooked up. And you just have to take that out carefully. So out he comes. I can see the other hook, he's just in there, so if we can take that out. Hooks are out. Don't pull, don't pull. Don't pull. Right, there you go. Okay, take the hooks out, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we've got control of the fish. We hold its tail carefully.
You're going to film it going away?
Yep. Can you keep the underwater release? So, here we go, the underwater release. Right, here we go. Okay, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. Hold them nice and steady. Up he goes. Man, I thought you'd turn on me for a second. Right, we found a beautiful kingfisher, and there he is, sat there for us really patiently and nicely. Here you go, ladies and gentlemen, you've got a stunning, absolutely stunning, beautiful kingfisher here on the Hampshire Avon, and he sat there for a good 5 minutes for us, and it's the closest images I've ever got to a kingfisher. And he's absolutely beautiful, isn't he? Isn't he lovely, Jared? Do you like these images?
Yeah,
Thanks for setting up the camera for us and getting it. And I spotted him flying across, and that's when I'm perching up. And I'll just come out and show you the setting he's in. And there he is, that's the setting. He's an absolute cracker, isn't he? We'll come out and get the complete setting here. Right, Right, Jared, we're fishing a really, really famous pool here down the Hampshire Avon. This is the Rorty, and over here we've got Edwards up there, which comes off the Great Weir. Unfortunately, we haven't been able to book out the compound, so we can't fish the compound. But below the compound, which is this beautiful run here, where the two rivers come back down, we can fish off this bank and actually put the Devon minnow through that glide. Now, across there on the corner, what you've got over there is you've got about a 7 or 8 foot gully that runs all the way down, and salmon lie in there. We just had a pike out of there on the mepps.
Yeah.
There's also a good chance that salmon could be lying up there as well.
I'm going to take the Devon.
Now, to get down and hold there for a position, we're going to use a Devon minnow. Let me just show you how it works. This is the setup. Now, at the back end here, you've got your Devon minnow. And there it is, ladies and gentlemen. See that? This is a brown gold. It's made of wood, but inside there's a metal barrel, so it's a weighted Devon, this one. A lot of people don't use weighted Devons, so they use just balsa wood or wood. Now, the idea is the current gets into the blades, and guess what happens when the current works the blades? That spins like a spinner on the mount, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really, really good. Some people, like Fred Whitlock, had a piece of plastic coming out of that mount, like a biro pen. I could put a biro pen onto that, and it'll be a lot smoother connection. It makes it run smoother. And trust me, if Fred's had a lot of fish with Devon minnow, so it might give him an edge.
Mm.
But that's the setup, so that's how it works. And then you've got a swivel coming out of the Devon, so that your line doesn't go. I've got a swivel at the back end here, so you've got about 2.5 feet. You can go out longer, but it depends on where you want to go. And I'm fishing a very short 6-inch off the deck, because I know there's hardly any weed there. That weight's going to be on the deck, and I'm going to be bouncing it on the gravel, whereas this is going to be swinging up 6 inches above the gravel bed, right in the face of the Devon, of the salmon. It's a beautiful technique, and you have to adjust the weight. Now, I could put a swivel link on there, and you can adjust the weight according to the pace, but I know what this is. That's about right. We're sticking with that at the moment. I could put a link swivel on there, but yeah. So that's the setup. Let me just show you how I'm going to do it. I'm going to take her out onto here and see whether we can get a salmon. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we've just seen a beautiful kingfisher, and now just in the last 45 minutes we've got a chance to put the Devon minnow through the railway bridge pool, and I'm going to just tuck her in here and bounce her off the gravel. So it's a little flick cast and get on that fast flow. So just nice and gently does it. Down we go, and then we're just going to bounce it through here, just seeing if we've got a salmon down here. There are some snags down here, so this is a little bit dangerous, but the Devon's coming up nicely, so can't complain. We'll just flick her out, just hold her there. There's a very shallow bar there. I can work off that bar and just drop her into the hole. There's a deep gully of about 5 feet through here, and that Devon minnow, what it does, it's using this fast water to rotate, and it will drag a salmon out of its hole up and hitting it. You can see it working. So it's a bit like nymph fishing. It's working lovely, really, really well. Jared's mepsing up there. He's going to be doing the upstream meps on the hot spot, and I'm just going to see if I can develop this little swim here, because I know it's got a nice bit of water here. Salmon could tuck in here. It's a lovely gully. I'm going to flick cast it again. Out we go. And then just turn that round off flow, off the weed, and let that just kick round, and then run it through, running it through. We're in. Fish on. Fish on, Jared! Fish on! It's a pike! We've got a pike on. I think it's a pike. We'll soon find out. He liked that Devon. He's tucking in here now. Yeah, it's a pike. I think it's a pike. Is it a pike? I think it is. So we're going to have to just play him out. Bring his head up. He's tucked in. There he goes. There he goes. Oh, look at that, ladies and gentlemen. We've got a pike on the Devon. Yeah, the pike took it. They're such deadly... It could easily have been a salmon. Easily. So he's just going into the shallows. Jack, can you bring the landing net, please? So this could be a trial run for a salmon. If you get a salmon through here, let him run and pull him into the slack water here, and that's the landing zone. So there we go. I'm still in touch with him. I'm going to land him with a landing net. Even though the Devon's on the edge, he's not going to cut that line off. And it's about a 3 or 4 pound jack. But it just shows, ladies and gentlemen, the method works. So I'm pleased with that. And let's say if we had an Atlantic salmon, he would hit that. It worked very, very well. So you can see how effective they are. There you go, Jack. Oh, he's jumping for us. He's only a small one, but he's fighting well. So we've got him here. Now, have you got the net? There he comes. Do you see him? He's taken that Devon really well. So we're just going to get his head up now, and we should be able to drag him onto the net. And up he comes. Barbless hook, so he should come out okay. Let's have a look at him. You can see where the Devon has taken him. So we can come over here on the grass. Take the rod, please, Jack. So let's have a look at him. So it's a little jack. Oh, he slammed it. What about that? I've got the forceps. Let's have a look at what we've got here. So we've got a little jack of about 2.5 to 3 pounds. Get the forceps out, and what we'll do, there's the Devon minnow. It's just on the edge. Look, we've just lip hooked him. So just going to go in with the barbless. We'll pull the Devon out. You can see there's a little wire trace there. So it's designed, if pike do hit them, that wire trace basically, where's he gone? Protects the line, and you can see he's just tucked in there. So it's actually on the gill plate here. We have to go around the back. Ladies and gentlemen, what we've got here is I've had to pull the hooks through the back of the fish because it was resting on the gills. Then you snip your line. This is the least damage you do to the fish. And we just put that to one side with the Devon minnow. We can retie that, but we haven't actually pulled the hook against the rakers of the gills. So this fish should go back okay. Now, that's the way to do it. If you get a fish that is deeply hooked, take the hooks around the back rather than against them, otherwise you do damage to the gill rakers. So we'll get him back in the water quickly. And look, he's okay. He's actually very lively, he wants to go. So we've actually been very, very careful doing that. So let's just make sure he's good to go. He looks like he's good to go. He's got strength and energy, so we're going to release him now. But we'll just take him out carefully. There he is. And then we'll slip him through. We'll slip him carefully through. There we go. Off he goes. That's the rise, Jad. That could be a salmon. That's the kind of thing that salmon do. They come up like that and spoil. Fish on. Perch. We've got a little perch, Jad. Yeah. He's taken the mepps 5. I can't believe he's taken this. It's a small one. But I think, look at it. It's a tiny little fella, isn't it? These are barbless hooks, and they should come out. Right, we're going to have to just carefully lift him out. And just gently get behind him like this. But, my goodness me. Look, isn't he beautiful, ladies and gentlemen? Little Avon perch on the mepps. So, put him back and off he goes. Hi Jared.
Right.
What was that wonderful experience?
We saw a nice little kingfisher over there. It was quite nice.
And how long did it hold its ground for?
Must have been there for about a good 5-10 minutes, just waiting there.
Once I've seen loads of kingfishers when I've been fishing, but that's the first time I've seen a kingfisher sit for us that long. And I felt that was just unbelievably good. And that's here on the Avon Valley.
It's nice.
and it's just a beautiful experience. And we just, you've today. What have you caught today, Jack?
I've just had a trout, but you've had a pike and what was it, a mullet as well.
And a mullet.
Yeah.
So I think that's almost at the end. We've got about an hour to go. Jad, we're fishing the Devon minnow. We're going to put that through your hot swim that you found,
Yeah, try. Yeah,
and hopefully maybe a salmon.
maybe.
So it's been a wonderful week. We've had the 31-pound Atlantic salmon. What are your thoughts about that, Jared?
It's a beast. Big
Did
boy.
Did you enjoy watching the video?
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
Good video.
You fancy one yourself?
What, a salmon or
Yeah.
a video? Yeah,
Salmon. Yeah, yeah. Okay, let's go down. Let's spend the last hour or so, and then we'll get a bite to eat.
Alright.
What a great father and son date we're having, Jared.